Are you looking to gain insight and knowledge from some of the greatest philosophers of all time? In this video, we'll be uncovering the life lessons every man should know from ancient philosophers. Let's open up the vault of knowledge. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the wisdom of these philosophers.
Femininity is part of the God-given divinity within each of you. It is your incomparable power and influence to do good. You can, through your supernal gifts, bless the lives of children, women, and men. Be proud of your womanhood. Enhance it. Use it to serve others. There is no justice among men. All women have a perception much more developed than men. So all women somehow, being repressed for so many millennia, they ended up by developing this sixth sense and contemplation and love. And this is something that we have a hard time to accept as part of our society. Men are only as loyal as their options. Men should be either treated generously or destroyed, because they take revenge for slight injuries, for heavy ones they cannot. It disturbs me no more to find men base, unjust, or selfish than to see apes mischievous, wolves savage, or the vulture ravenous. Here men from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon. July 1969 AD. We came in peace for all mankind. Wherever men and women are persecuted because of their race, religion, or political views, that place must, at that moment, become the center of the universe. Men are apt to mistake the strength of their feeling for the strength of their argument. The heated mind resents the chill touch and relentless scrutiny of logic. The World Trade Center is a living symbol of man's dedication to world peace. A representation of man's belief in humanity, his need for individual dignity, his beliefs in the cooperation of men, and, through cooperation, his ability to find greatness. If you're gay, that doesn't mean I want to discriminate against you, belittle or bully you, abuse or offend you. Not at all. I don't want to go back to the dark days of criminalization and the imprisonment of gay men and women, of Section 28 and legalized discrimination. Few men are born brave. Many become so through training and force of discipline. In nuclear war all men are cremated equal. It occurred to me that there was no difference between men, in intelligence or race, so profound as the difference between the sick and the well. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. All these boundaries, Africa, Asia, Malaysia, America, are set by men. But you don't have to look at boundaries when you are looking at a man, at the character of a man. The question is, what do you stand for? Are you a follower, or are you a leader? money is the worst currency that ever grew among mankind. This sacks cities, this drives men from their homes, this teaches and corrupts the worthiest minds to turn base deeds. In our country, one class of men makes war and leaves another to fight it out. Men often applaud an imitation and hiss the real thing. Democracy is when the indigent, and not the men of property, are the rulers. Revenge by young men is considered gain, even at the cost of their own lives, but old men who stay at home in times of war, and mothers who have sons to lose, know better. All men commend patience, although few are willing to practice it. I don't like the clean-shaven boy with the necktie and the good job. I like desperate men, men with broken teeth and broken minds and broken ways. They interest me. They are full of surprises and explosions. Men kick friendship around like a football, but it doesn't seem to crack. Women treat it like glass and it goes to pieces. The proper study of man is anything but man, and the most improper job of any man, even saints, who at any rate were at least unwilling to take it on, is bossing other men. Not one in a million is fit for it, and least of all those who seek the opportunity. All great men are gifted with intuition. They know without reasoning or analysis, what they need to know. Perfect numbers like perfect men are very rare. If men can develop weapons that are so terrifying as to make the thought of global war include almost a sentence for suicide, you would think that man's intelligence and his comprehension would include also his ability to find a peaceful solution. Men always look smart in a well-fitted, tailored suit. Conversely, they can be incredibly handsome in jeans combined with a cashmere jumper or a beaten-up leather jacket or even just a cotton t-shirt. What is the price of experience? Do men buy it for a song? Or wisdom for a dance in the street? No, it is bought with the price of all the man hath, his house, his wife, his children. If there is one place on the face of earth where all the dreams of living men have found a home from the very earliest days when man began the dream of existence, it is India. Hope cannot be said to exist, nor can it be said not to exist. It is just like roads across the earth. For actually the earth had no roads to begin with, but when many men pass one way, a road is made. I like being a woman, even in a man's world. After all, men can't wear dresses, but we can wear the pants. Men naturally despise those who court them, but respect those who do not give way to them. Married men live longer than single men. But married men are a lot more willing to die. We know that men are saved by repentance and faith, and whoever does call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. But salvation is a supernatural work of God that will always produce fruit. And the evidence, not the cause, but the evidence of salvation is a changed life, a changing life. Men are not allowed to think freely about chemistry and biology. Why should they be allowed to think freely about political philosophy? Soldiers, I had lately like to have been taken from you by the attempt of a few desperate men, but by the grace and providence of the gods, I am still preserved. I pondered all these things, and how men fight and lose the battle, and the thing that they fought for comes about in spite of their defeat, and when it comes turns out not to be what they meant, and other men have to fight for what they meant under another name. Some people think having large breasts makes a woman stupid. Actually, it's quite the opposite. A woman having large breasts makes men stupid.
We've reached the end of our discovery into the life lessons of ancient philosophers. It's important to continue to keep their advice in mind and use it to our advantage as we live our lives. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.